My cat just decided to come down here after I've been down here for at least 15 minutes, so cheers, this should be fun. All right, welcome. Hi, my name's Kim. Today we're gonna be using the At Forest Sight palette. Finally got it. I ordered the whole collection, super excited about it. So I'm gonna jump into my eyes first, and I'm going to prep my eyes with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Clearly I like cats. I'm not gonna really do like any swatches or anything like that, just because everyone's been doing swatches. It's been out for a hot minute now. And I'm really excited to jump right into it, and sorry. I'm really excited to jump right into it and just get started. God, this palette is so pretty in person too. My cat Sunny, the reason I said that is because my cat Sunny, he can just be an asshole, let's just be honest. I love him, but he constantly just gets on the table, knocks everything off. So I'm gonna take this, I believe, this is the e.l.f. crease brush, and I'm just gonna go into the shade Old Growth, which is this corner shade, and kind of use that as like my transition shade. Now there's a lot of pickup in this palette, but I mean, it's Colourpop, so they're real soft, so it's typical. I'm bringing that quite high just because I have pretty hooded eyes, so I want obviously you to see it. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I live in Michigan, so we can't really do anything with family because of the governor. Which is fine because we have older people in our family, and it's like, I don't want anything to happen to them. Now, I was debating on doing a green look just because I keep seeing everyone do green look, and or just like a kind of like one of the purpley pinky shades. Oh, that's so pretty. I think I'm gonna actually go in with Chanterelle next, which is that yellow shade, that second yellow shade, and tap off the excess because that was quite a lot. Take that in my crease area, blending it outward. It's okay if it gets on the lid because I'm gonna go in with either one of the super shocks or one of the shimmery shades in here, which they're both. I mean, all four super shocks and the shimmery shades are just so pretty. I'm just really building this yellow up. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Fiddlehead next, which is this bottom green. Ooh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna put that on the outer corner. And I think I might actually put that in the inner corner too. I've never really done a halo look, but why not try it today? And the whole time I've been using the same brush, by the way. I just keep like color switching in between them. In between the colors, obviously. I'm gonna actually take this Luxe Plus Willow brush. It's just like a packer brush. I don't really know it. There's no like name or kind of brush it is, but I mean it just looks like a packer brush, so it's like a flat. And kind of pack that green on this corner. That looks nice so far. I'm going to take that green, same green, the Fiddlehead, and I'm going to apply it on the inner corner too. I like how I said at the beginning I wasn't gonna do a green, and look at me now. I'm like, oh, let's use this green. Let's really pack it on there. I'm gonna set down this packing brush for a minute. I'm gonna take this Tarte, no, that's too big of a blending brush. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. crease brush again, buff out these edges a little bit. Go back into Chanterelle, which is that yellow, yellowy orange. Really add this back to the top. I'm gonna deepen the outer corners just a hair with this Emerald City. I'm gonna go back in to the e.l.f. blending brush, grab a little bit of it, and just kind of stamp it on. Go back in with the blending brush and blend this out. I'm okay if I take it like too far down, that's why I do my eyes first. Alright, now I'm gonna go into Super Shocks. I think the color I want to use is Like a Moss. I'm gonna take that on my finger. Ooh, this is so nice feeling. I've never used a Super Shock shadow. I know, but I've just never used it. I'm gonna tap that in the center of the eye and bringing that up. I've never experienced something like that. First of all, this is so soft. Like, kind of want that like all over my body. Because that's not weird to say, right? I'm gonna add just a little bit of this copper one. It's the campfire one, and it's pretty, it's like a kind of like a penny shade, honestly. Looks like a brand new penny. Oh my god, I love pennies. Like brand new pennies, they're so pretty. I'm just taking a little bit of that just because I just want a little bit of it. Yep, that's exactly what I needed. All right. I think that looks great. Maybe it's just because I've never really done a halo eye, but I think it looks good. I never really felt like I could just because of how my eyes are. I mean, I know this eye is much different. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie with Meryl Streep where she's trying to get like a facelift, and they're like, oh, it's only gonna hurt for like, I don't know, they say I think like 12 months or something. They say something ridiculous. And because they cut the skin right here and then they pull it back and staple it into your skull. And she's like, I just feel like I just have to like constantly hold up this eye, and then they measure it and it's the same as the other eyelid. That's my problem. Like, but this one actually is. I just feel like I constantly have to be like, hey, how you guys doing? Because it just looks like it's, I mean, it is, but it's just constantly drooping. And I'm like, why? Why are you like this, eye? I've done nothing but eat vegetables and love you your whole life. I mean, have I loved it its whole life if I'm complaining about it, though, I guess. Cleaning off this blending brush with my color switch so I can bring this in without ruining the effect. And I think that's where I'm going to stop on the upper lash. I'm now going to go in and do my face. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Cucumber Primer Water. I'm new to this. I just went to Ulta and spent a lot of money on a whole bunch of makeup just because I don't have any makeup, and I was just like, you know, I really want some makeup. All my makeup was like old, and I was just kind of over it. So for my birthday, I got a whole bunch of gift cards to Ulta. So of course I'm like, hell yeah, that's what I'm getting for my birthday. I'm going to Ulta. So that's what I did. I went to Ulta, and I really like the way that feels though. I'm going to go in now with this Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer. And, okay, I filmed another video, but it wasn't in focus. Like because my camera was a little farther back and I couldn't tell. So I was like, oh yeah, it's in focus. And the whole time it wasn't in focus. So when I first opened this and put it on my face, I was like shocked that it was green. And I'm like, and I just kept saying like, why am I so shocked that it's green? It's literally called cucumber. And, but I was. I like the way this feels on my skin. It feels very, very moisturizing. The scent is like, so-so. Just because I'm like, in the 90s and 2000s, I was definitely a cucumber melon bitch. But now, the scent of it, I mean, I still like the scent of it. This is like a different type of cucumber. It's not the cucumber melon you remember from the 90s. But this is the Water Drop Primer, and it says, hydrates and locks down moisture, blurs the appearance of pores. And it's a cream to water formula, and it's the truth because it feels like you put it on as cream, and it just honestly feels like just like straight water now. It feels great. Now wait for that to dry down a little bit. For my skin today, I'm actually going to be using this LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Longwear Illuminating Foundation, and it's in the shade Fair. And I really, really like this foundation. I feel like the shade is pretty good, and I feel like it covers what I need it to cover. I mean, I don't have a lot to cover, I feel like, but I really like it. I'm gonna take this. Also, if you see my hand, I don't know if you can see all these cuts. I was just playing with my cat a little too rough. It's my own fault. My cat's very nice. I was just like, oh no, let's not get the toy. Let me just play with you. And that was the worst decision ever. So it's fine. And I'm using my e.l.f. Total Face sponge. I actually just got this and I really, really like it. Because for the longest time I was like applying my foundation with a brush. And I really like this sponge. I think last time I applied this though, I did apply it with a brush first and then I went over it with a sponge. Kind of feel like I should have did that. Just because I'm not used to this now, so I feel like I'm not blending it very good. So I'm just gonna grab my foundation brush real quick. God, there's like cat hair on this. Like, I love you babies, but you guys get my stuff so dirty. Okay, now I'll go in this and just really press it into the skin. I'm not going to go in with a e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and this is in the shade Light Beige. I like it. I have no complaints over it. I know I have pretty dark circles underneath my eyes. I've had these since I was a kid. Like even school pictures when I was a little kid, I just looked exhausted all the time. Like this is how I looked when I was a kid. I feel like the shade is pretty good for me. It's kind of yellowy, but after like everything gets on, it's okay. I feel like that covered up quite nice. God, I look so ghostly now. Okay, I'm gonna take this, tap off the excess, put it where I'm gonna be putting bronzer. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer now. I'm gonna use this Belgian Waffle BH palette. It's really cute. Sorry. Which is this middle shade right here. I'm gonna be using that and apply bronzer. And it's gonna be on the Opulent Beauty Tapered Bronzer Blush. I really like this. I believe I got this from TJ Maxx forever ago. So that's what I'm gonna use. I love using this big fluffy brush. It's so big and I don't know. I just really like the way it makes everything look. I'm going to be using that same palette for highlight, but I'm going to jump into the Vanilla Peach Truffle palette, which is also from BH. And I believe I'm just going to be using the two orangey shades right here on that no, I think I'm going to use this e.l.f. small stipple brush. I really like applying my blush with this. I like the way it looks. This smells good. Now I'm going to go back into this Belgian waffle palette, and I'm going to take the middle shade, which is this, it's called Syrup, for the highlighter. Can you guys see that? It's so pretty. I'm taking a little more on my nose. I'm gonna finish my lower lash line, and then we're going to go into the Luxe gloss. For my lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna take that yellow shade, Chanterelle, on the e.l.f. Crease brush. I'm gonna tap off the excess. And I think I'm gonna take Fiddlehead, which is that real pretty green. And I go really low with my bottom lash. I know. I love the way that looks. For my inner corner, by the way, I think I'm gonna use that that Syrup shade again from the BH palette, and just go in there with that. Waterline, I think I'm gonna go in with Marigold because it's just yellow and cute, and I think it will fit perfectly. And I've never used the cream gel liners, so it's gonna be really exciting. Yeah, they're as amazing as everyone always said they were. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm just gonna be using the Maybelline Colossal. I got this little sample size from Ulta because I bought all that stuff that day. It really like separates the lashes nice, but it's not really necessarily my favorite mascara or anything. That's for sure. It's just like regular. I'm gonna be using the Luxe Gloss, which is in the shade Wildflower, which is that pink one, light pink one that she oh wow, this is weird feeling. I've never used the Luxe glosses, and it's just so sticky. I got the LA Girl Setting Spray Fix and Set Makeup for extended wear. I like the mister. Feels really nice. This is the finished look. I really like this collab. I love this palette. I think the eyes turned out so nice. The Luxe gloss, maybe it's just because I'm not used to wearing gloss. I'm usually like a liquid or like a matte lipstick person, but I like it. I would wear it again. I wish it was just a little more pigmented, but I love the gel liners. Were probably my favorite out of everything today. I love that. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe, and I will be putting out more videos. Thank you.